Hi everyone, welcome to the channel, welcome back, welcome to this reading. Glad to have you here. So today we're looking at your next 72 hours. What predictions, advice, messages are you meant to hear in relation to your next 72 hours if you're drawn in and want to give it a listen. But we've got a little extra thing. It's kind of a double topic here. The guides also gave me secrets or surprises that you're ready to have revealed, or as far as surprises go, it's like a spoiler. It's funny because the guides want to, I'm giving them the mic because they're talking to me about how some of you need the message that, or they'd like to give you the message that they weren't trying to withhold the things from you or do this in any sort of this isn't a mean-spirited thing. These secrets, something's been kept from you. It was because of the spoiler alert thing, right? With the surprise, you had to be ready. There's this element of divine timing, but they're telling me that there are some things that can come through in the reading for you now, they've been waiting for you to move through this time and space, and be ready for. So in the same way that there are certain things we don't tell infants because they're not mature enough to understand, right? We don't tell 8-year-olds certain things because they're not old enough, they haven't evolved enough. They're saying that happens throughout life for all of us. That just continues on certain levels. But you guys are now ready for some of this information. So it's kind of exciting. That should make sense. I'll introduce the piles to you, and you'll find your timestamp down below in the description when you're ready to skip ahead to your reading. So it's pick a leaf. Option 1, you have the orange and red leaf here. Option 2, you have this leaf, so has the green on it, and the other colors, the pale yellow. And option 3 at the end, your leaf has a variety of colors in it as well, but it's mostly brown, so we'll just call it the brown leaf. Okay. Take your time selecting your reading, guys. Pause the video if you need some more time. I will be moving into option 1 with everyone selecting option 1. So I'll see you at your reading when you're ready. Okay, option 1. You have first quarter moon in Leo, be humble. New moon in Libra, know you are loved. And full moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches resolution. Okay, so for some of you guys, I'm getting that in the next 72 hours, it may or may not happen. That doesn't mean that it won't ever. If it doesn't happen in the next 72 hours, there's a reason for that. And the guides are also telling me with this be humble, know you are loved energy, and then a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer showing up reverse, that if you can have peace with things the way they are in the present moment, rather than needing to have some sort of loose ends tied up immediately, rather than needing to have some sort of closure or completion with one of your personal issues or situations. If you can be humble and believe in divine timing and kind of surrender to the divine in that way, you're going to feel more loved. And it's not this, oh, I think I'm loved. You're going to feel an inner knowing that the universe loves you, that you are loved by other beings, other humans, your pets, that the universe loves you. And this is really good. It's going to really be helpful for you, and it's going to really feel good. And it's going to assist others as well. It's a thing of great beauty. It's like a big mountain of beauty here. gives you the higher perspective as well that you might seek. You'll find greater peace with it. Okay, Page of Candles, Two of Needles. In the next 72 hours, a lot of you, there's something literally with a pot. There's a soup, a stew, some candle making, some soap making going on. You're receiving something that's literally coming from like a cauldron or a pot, or you yourself are making something. This could also symbolize any sort of cooking, combining ingredients, baking, cooking. Okay. In the next 72 hours, as far as zodiac signs go, we have quite a variety here, and it is a general reading, so some of this may apply for you and some might not. Also, you could be a character in the story as well, so that can be reflected here. For zodiac signs, we have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, and Libra showing up. I need to clear my throat, so you might want to lower the volume on the video. I apologize. There we go. All right. Oh, boy. Let's get your chimes on the table, too. Somebody could have the initials SS, their initials, or that's an abbreviation for something and connected to your next 72 hours. I'm also seeing like noises with the mouth, like sticking the tongue out. There's like something about that, some sort of noises or a noise. Yeah, you're communicating probably on Messenger, emojis, some sort of connection to emojis for a lot of you. You might see somebody sticking out their tongue, you're getting your tongue pierced, something going on with the tongue. There's this silly, goofy energy. Okay, and then we have the dinosaur here. This is the Seven of Potions. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Bring me the clarity you seek here. Help me separate the double topics. I really feel like in the next 72 hours, you and probably others are really... there's a flow here. I feel like you'll find yourself in the flow more times than not. There's like ups and downs, just like there's cycles holographically throughout time and space and within us externally. Like the days, you know, the sun has its peak when it's strongest. It's beating down against us the strongest, the you know, like peak temperature of the day, and then the cool down. Like there's all these phases. So no, it's not always, it's not like just flatline. But with the temperance energy here, I feel like a lot of you, there's this synergy. Okay, they're talking about the synergy. There's some sort of ancient wisdom. Some of you, they're giving this advice if you're drawn to like some sort of historical documentary or even prehistory. There's like a prehistoric wisdom here. The laws of the universe, they're in place in the next 72 hours. They always are. But I feel like you are able to create a certain inner balance, harmony, and synergy, and like catch the wave instead of trying to fight against the wave or have it take you under. It's like you're floating along here. You're being carried because you're in alignment to do so. Or that might be one of these like secrets, you know, surprises that the guides want to talk about. Okay, secret surprises. We have the Tower card reverse and the King of Potions reverse. The Moon card. Some of you may have picked up some fear, or subconsciously or consciously some fear. You may have heard some things connected to manifestation about your feeling signature, your feeling vibration. You could have even heard it on this channel. You might have misinterpreted something, took it out of context, or it could just have been false information for you now. What they're saying to me is, some of you, it's like you could, your belief is what determines left or right with this scenario. Okay, basically they're talking about like how you can still succeed, you can still have a victory, even if you have fears, even if you have doubts, even if you don't believe what you desire is possible. It can still manifest. You know, nothing is really impossible in this multiverse. So when you think that something is required of you, and I feel like it could be holding you back, there's this message about like, no, everything is possible. So even if you're moody, even if you haven't tapped into that feeling signature or vibration, or you have doubts, or you have fears, you still can have that success. The Judgment card reversed too. It feels like there could have been something a little bit tangled up in the mind and the emotions with that, and like the pressure that you've been putting on yourself. Or you've been feeling stuck maybe. And it's like when you realize this, that's one of the secrets or the spoilers they feel like you're ready to hear. Some of you, okay? There's some sort of really like old, again, like there's an ancient ingredient, prehistoric ingredient, a bit of wisdom in the next 72 hours that y'all are connecting with, and you're gonna like put it in your cauldron, stir it into the soup, and what you're creating, you're working with. There's a very strong feminine energy here with the moon. So this could be referring to you. It could be referring to another female in your life, or multiple females. Could even be like a group. Maybe you're getting together with your girlfriends, you know, going out and doing something, some sort of club. You guys maybe do moon collages or whatever it is. So I do see that for some of you. Page of Candles, the Two of Needles, the Five of Presents reverse. Basically, I feel like something you may have been lacking or fearing that you're lacking, it's coming in for you in the next 72 hours. The next 72 hours looks good for finances too. There could be improvements with your finances for sure. Things are getting better. There's less scarcity, moving out of where there was lack. It's like now we're taking right action. Things are coming into, the pieces are really coming together. So you guys will experience an elevation and change, improvements. Your cup is getting filled. The Tower card reverse is saying some of you maybe are worried about some sort of tower moment, like losing it all, or some sort of quick, sudden, unexpected change that yanks the rug out from under you. Not gonna happen, not likely to happen, at least with the Tower card being reversed. It's saying like you've already gone through that in the past, you don't need to repeat it right now. There could be, you or somebody else could get a little butthurt, or like be somewhat emotionally imbalanced, have some sort of upset here, and they might not be like in the making the best judgment calls, or like really in their right frame of mind if when that occurs. Okay, but I feel like you guys have the ability to navigate this situation and keep your balance anyhow. And like, if you want smooth sailing, you have the ability to create that smooth sailing and ride that wave. I think 72 hours. I'm seeing potato chips for some of you, or it might not be potato. It could really be any sort of chip that's pale in color. Cassava chips, tortilla chips, etc. Seeing some sort of chips for a lot of you. Okay, I see a fire sign taking responsibility, taking ownership. Internally, it may come out externally in some way as well, but they are internally doing this, and this is good. This is bringing about again, like, it's elevating us in consciousness. It's very functional energy. Okay. Page of Candles. There's this energy of exploring things in the next 72 hours, exploring things. I feel like the Two of Needles. Yeah, there's some sort of choice or decision somebody's trying to make. It's apt to be this fire sign person, or it's you, and it's about, like, do I take this step? Do I take that step? Do I, put my energy, my time into doing this or that? This hobby or that hobby, etc., etc. Do I go apply for this job or that job? And again, it's like there's something here with, like, taking ownership, taking responsibility for one's circumstances, one's life, is helping you make higher vibrational choices than you have in the past. It's like you're growing wiser and more skillful every moment, every day. That's, one of those secrets or whatever reminders that the guides want to give you. Okay. I'm getting sweet and sour as well. Some of you might be eating something sweet and sour, or there's like a sweet and sour vibe within a connection or a situation. I'm also getting like sweet and salty, sweet and savory. It's not bittersweet. It's not that so much. It's something else. It's like sweet and savory, sweet and sour. But there's the differences coming together and creating something it's a complementary energy, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Complementary energy. There's something here about replicating, and it feels like you haven't aligned to it. You have a hunch, unconsciously this is some sort of secret, right? Or some sort of like it's some sort of secret, but you have some awareness of it, but it's not like fully there in your conscious mind, and you're not quite ready, but you're like on to something. So they are giving me this message in the next 72 hours for advice for you. Like, please do listen to your hunches, listen to your feelings, write your thoughts down, like your ideas down, even if there's no logic to base them upon, even if it doesn't make sense, because it could be like pieces of the puzzle, specific ingredients, and when they all come together, then it makes more sense. You have what you need, right, to create, to move forward. That's what I'm seeing here for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and leave your reading and move into the next one. Many blessings to you, and bye-bye. option 2. Here we are. Let's get a look. Let's get a look at these cards. Fixed moon. Hold your vision. Okay, they're giving me the 17-second rule, so some of you may not have heard that yet, and that's something you're ready to hear. Look it up, though, because it's a little bit choppy the way I'm gonna say it. You guys will get, like, look it up. But basically, when you do creative visualization, you want something, you're making mental flashcards with your goals, there's a 17-second rule. So it's like if you hold the feeling signature, the image of what you're looking to manifest for 17 seconds, and then you release it, you have like sealed the envelope. You have solidified it. Okay, so first quarter moon in Aries, step into your power. Yeah, they're telling me, like, look it up on your own, though, because you guys will each, like, you'll get different information. The guides will speak to you and expand and clarify in the way that you need to receive it on an individual basis. First quarter moon in Aries, step into your power, reflect on your priorities. Last quarter moon in Aries. Yeah, so they're giving me this message too, like step 1, step 2, step 3. It's a good order to go in, like setting the tone for your day, doing your creative visualization, visualizing, holding that vision, doing those 17-second mental flashcards. Okay, first energetically there, and then you step into your power, you start moving forward about your day, taking, divinely guided action, and then the end of the day, you can reflect on your priorities, do your reflecting, or just afterwards, we reflect. Some of this happens very naturally, but we can also, like, be more conscious and intentional about it, and it shifts the effects some. Yes. Ace of Presents. Okay. New money in the next 72 hours for a lot of you. The Ace of Presents could be symbolizing either new money, new job offer, opportunity. It could be symbolizing something new materially coming in for you. So maybe some of you are getting a new car, or maybe it's a new, toy. It's a new oracle deck for you. Whatever it is, I'm getting like something new here. The Ace of Presents. All right, the Lover's card. Ooh, with the Two of Potions. Yeah, love is in the cards for a lot of you here in the next 72 hours. You have choices, you have decisions. But I'm seeing here with the Lovers and the Two of Potions, like, there's this energy of harmony and being connected to the higher selves. It looks really beautiful. Yeah, the Justice card is like you're granting yourself the connection, the both of you, the justice that you deserve. Okay, and if you're single, this is really powerful, like, connection with yourself and having such a good, like, harmony and relationship with yourself, your higher self, that more choices, more options are now available to you, and this is what's right, this is fair, this is justice. Like, you deserve this, and it's like you've done the stuff behind the scenes, or the homework, so to speak. You've prepared yourself for it, so you have a foundation you're standing upon with this, and you're qualified. We don't take a 3-year-old and make them into a surgeon. They're not qualified. Some things take time, not instantaneously, not while they're a 3-year-old, right? Certain things take longer than others. Okay, so yeah, there's something you're ready for, though, and you're qualified. Two of Presents is reversed. The Seven of Candles is reversed. The Emperor. As far as zodiac signs go on the table, you have Gemini, you have Libra, you have Aries, maybe Taurus as well, Aquarius, yeah, Gemini and Libra are over here as well. So that doesn't mean that those are the only people you're interacting with, of course, but these could be characters in your story. It's like the ball and chains are falling away, or it's like, no, okay. Okay, what is this? Two of Presents reversed. I feel like some of you, whether you know it or not, you're picking up some sort of skeleton key to longevity, to creating longevity in your life, with projects, with a relationship, with like patterns of success, whatever this is. You're picking up that skeleton key, and what you, yeah, to an extent, like, life is a bit of a juggling act. There are times when we juggle things. Let's just be honest with ourselves. But sometimes we can, like, overdo it, or we're needlessly juggling things. We got things in the air juggling around that we don't need to. And with the Two of Presents reverse, it's like you're picking up this skeleton key and you're dropping the balls that you don't need to be juggling in the air, or, you know, the relationships, the tasks, the whatever that's cluttering your schedule or taking up your time, or that's just outdated. You know, it's like they're showing me like the dying leaves now. There's a transition. It may have worked in the past, but maybe, you know, we've had enough of that. We're moving into something different. And so, like, you drop that, you're holding the skeleton key, you drop that, and here we have the Seven of Candles shining brightly and the Emperor. So it's like you're in some boss energy. You are connecting with some boss energy. You're in some boss energy. There's like illumination, plenty of illumination, bright energy, warm energy. You're able to attract what you need to attract. People want to listen to you. They respect you. They trust you. They see that, like, you earned your position, or you're like the right person to be in this leadership role. So maybe this is something specific. This has to do with work. Maybe this is just about being like the boss of your own life. But whatever it is, I'm getting pretty good vibes off it. Here we have the Page of Needles reversed, though, and there's some sort of confusion, misunderstanding, maybe lies, even the Page of Needles, like somebody's head's not on straight. But that's not going to hold you back. It certainly doesn't have to. If this is a specific person, the guides are saying, whether you see it or not, you do have other options, other choices. Like, if it's not working, there is a higher vibrational, more functional opportunity there that you can align with, harmonize with. The Six of Presents is reversed. The Justice, yeah, it's like you need to give to yourself, give to your romantic partner, your spouse, maybe a child, if you have a child. Like, you need to give to those you're intimate with and yourself. Fill your own cup first. So the Six of Presents reversed, it's like, I do feel like you're getting some of the, like, the scales are balancing. It's talking about the scales coming into balance more. Let's get your chimes, because the Six of Presents right side up is this energy sometimes of receiving, sometimes of giving. It's this energy of generosity, basically, and it's reverse. And it feels to me like maybe you were being over generous, or you were being generous with people, and it's time to like break some sort of pattern. There's this transformational energy and this alignment that's occurring. So it's like a little shift here, but it is a shift that brings balance. Okay. and this could be encouraging you to, like, be more generous with yourself, avoid over giving. Next 72 hours. Let's see. I think some of you, there's bright lights or there's a lot of lights somewhere. So maybe you're in a city, maybe you're having some sort of candlelight visual. Maybe this is in a movie. Something here about strengthening commitment. A. This kind of looks like an A to me, but it's not. Love you. I'm hearing just because I don't say it doesn't mean that I don't mean it. Doesn't mean that I don't. When it comes to I love you, like somebody might not be saying it, or you might not be saying it, but it's like, well, words only go so far. How about the actions? What do the actions say? Actions speak louder than words. But they want you to know that, like, just because I'm not saying it all the time doesn't mean it's not there in my heart, doesn't mean that I don't feel it. And some of you, like, you may have felt like they weren't showing it, you didn't see it, or they didn't know, or vice versa. This is you with somebody else. I feel like there could be some illumination of that here in the next 72 hours. Some of you are hearing I love you from someone for the first time, or they haven't said it in a while. We've got the snail here, flowers. Okay. You might see an interesting doll, or be making a doll. How does it feel? Yeah, with this generosity and the harmony and the balance, the Emperor here, the guides are asking you, ask yourself, like, how does it feel to receive from this person, to give to this person? Like, that's what should be helping you decide, okay, if you're being overly giving or it's in harmony, it's the right move for you. Somebody could be tipping their hat, or you're tipping your hat to them. Here, this is about some sort of, for most of you, this is about some sort of creative project. Something, okay, or their creativity in general. There's like recognition, kudos, hats off to you. You're a very creative person, or I really like your ebook, or whatever it is. Okay, some recognition there. Comments maybe. Okay, we're talking about keeping things fresh, especially in relationships, but also, again, the relationship with yourself and the higher self and the lower self. Okay, some of you might be using one of these. You might be cooking, learning new recipes. There's some sort of Asian cuisine in the next 72 hours. I'm getting some sort of culinary secrets you're ready to learn, but you're going to do it in quote-unquote real life or real time here soon, rather than me just telling you it. It's individual, it's different. However, I am getting something about ginger for some of you. Okay, and we've got snails here, something moving at a snail's pace. Snails have their purpose, though. What is the purpose here? You know, look up snails, see what you can learn. Because a lot of times we think of snails as maybe being pests, or as moving super, super slow, but it's falling on the Two of Potions, so it's saying to me, no, there's a harmony, there's a purpose, and it's kind of like snail as a spirit guide, if you can find it. What positive qualities, attributes? Yellow, orange flowers. Some of you are working with these, connecting with these, seeing these. Could be also advice, like a little secret here, like, hey, they'll bring in more joy into your world, or somebody would really like them if you brought them orange or yellow flowers. If you come across them, yes, that would be well received. There's a teepee here. Somebody might be camping. Or again, this could be a movie, a book. Involves camping. Yeah, here we are again with the key, the skeleton key. Okay. Oh, you're unlocking some things in the next 72 hours. Energetically speaking, it's like some solutions. You're unlocking some doors. Stepping into some new opportunities. Trying things out. It feels like it's not just getting your feet wet though. It's like there's some sort of staying power. There's some sort of commitment with where you're going. It's like you're moving into a new room, unlocking the door, moving into a new room. Doors symbolize opportunities, right? And so you're taking, like, you accept some sort of job. I feel like this is well thought out. Whatever this is, it's like, it feels, you have this inner knowing about it. You're committed to it. Someone else is committed. And there's a great strength as a result of this, connected to the situation, the relationship, the job. There's staying power. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, guys. I'll get you just a couple leaves as well for fun. See what comes through. Some of you, there could be some sort of speech here you're listening to or giving. 72 hours. This could also be like a TED Talk or any sort of motivational speaker you're hearing speak. I'm getting a lot of chocolate energy for a number of you. A lot of chocolate or brown foods. Yeah, there's something here about balance, grounding, passion, and knowing like when it's time for takeoff, when it's time to have your feet off the ground, and when it's time to like ground your energy. Having that balance is really impactful, really packs a punch, makes an impression. I need to clear my throat. I apologize. I may want to lower the volume. Okay. Okay, there's some sort of hill here, but it's definitely not more than you can take. It's like, for enjoyment's sake, there's a hill, a speed bump or something. But not everything's straight line, right? Well, waves. So is the way of nature, so yeah, you're gonna need to look closer at something. It's like zooming in on something, looking closer on something. You're gonna see writing on the walls, or some things are gonna be revealed to you here in the next 72 hours. I'm seeing painting on a wall or something too. It's like graffiti maybe for some of you. It could be on a train or something that moves with all this energy. It could be on a wall. It could be some sort of painting. It looks like cave painting to me. It could be in a film. It could be a mural. I'm seeing a moon here. It's like a crescent moon. The moon is doing something. It's like it's near a cloud. It's got something in its hand. I think it's trying to drop. So gravity comes to mind with that. Something being released to you at night, to like a dream. Okay, the moon is dropping something. It's like dropping images or something coming through the dream world or happening at night. Okay, so that's what I see for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please do leave a comment if you have one. Leave a thumbs up. You can leave a tip if you'd like to. There are links for that down below in the description. Regardless, have a wonderful 72 hours. Many blessings to you, and bye-bye, pile 2. Alright, pile 3. Now that I've done the first 2 readings and I've come to your pile, I've come to the awareness that there may be a time when I go ahead and do this, like, secrets revealed topic again separately, because it feels like we're just brushing upon the surface here, and this reading would complement another one, and another one would complement this one very well. Sort of an extension, but not like necessarily through Patreon or like purchased separately. Sometimes, for example, like you could watch a general reading and then you could go watch a general week ahead reading, and then you could go watch a money reading, career reading, and they complement each other, kind of expand upon one another's messages. So that also could be a part of what's up for you in the next 72 hours, or a part of these secrets that the universe is ready for you to, your spirit guides say, it's time for you to know about. So your first card is North Node, step out of your comfort zone. We have Cardinal Moon, be bold and make the first move. And Waxing Crescent Moon, have faith in your dreams. So the guys are telling me in the next 72 hours, it is time for you to receive something. But you have to step out of your comfort zone, be bold, make the first move. Have that faith in your dreams, because it's like it can't reach you there. You want to do something, but you have some nervous energy, or it's outside of your comfort zone. And it's saying, like, go out on that limb. That's where the fruit is. Okay. Yeah, I feel like it could even be painful, like, not acting upon this, just staying in the familiar, the 3 of Swords. And then we have the 4 of Swords, or Needles. But you're progressing steadily. The guides are telling me you are progressing. The situation is progressing. Somebody else might need to, like, wrap their mind around something or prepare themselves mentally, align for some sort of conversation or occurrence, or even to travel somewhere, the Knight of Candles, to go on some sort of adventure. The guides want you to know, like, it is actually happening step by step the way it's supposed to. There is this progression. We're not skipping steps, and we're not moving backwards, the way it's happening. And because we are doing that and we're getting our bases covered that way, the Knight of Candles is going to say, like, it's like a snowball effect. Okay, you get better and better. There's a mastery, or there's like, it's like being in the moment. Okay, being in the moment, paying attention, learning the lesson the first time, having this steady progression is going to set you up for success. It's going to create an acceleration or prepare you to be able to do something very quickly, very swiftly. Okay, what do we have here? In the next 72 hours, I do see some nostalgia or some sort of connection from the past here. Yeah, it's like something we maybe thought was dead, gone, over with, changed, transitioned, has not. The Death card reversed. Or there's some sort of resurrection or resurfacing of it. One example of the way this could manifest is dreaming of a departed loved one. Okay? And it may feel very real. Yeah. You're in the astral realm. That's all. Like, it's all energy. It was an experience, right? You had the experience. It's real. Was it, like, is it in the physical realm? Not necessarily, no. But did happen in the astral realm. So that's one example. We've got, as far as zodiac signs go on the table, we've got the fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo as possibilities, and then you also have Scorpio. This could also be retrograding Scorpio energy. Some of you, in the next 72 hours, there is a retrograde happening through the sign of Scorpio that's influencing things. Just be aware that's happening. I see some of you working with scissors in the next 72 hours, or maybe if you've lost your scissors, you're going to find your scissors. Some of you could be wrapping presents or gifts as well. But what I'm really seeing here is like doing the necessary work, you know, step 1, step 2, doing, there's a process to things. And I feel like you're making progress. Others are making progress. Some of it's happening behind the scenes, and it's like things are being prepared for you. There's something you will be celebrating. There's a surprise. There's gifts to unwrap, things to unveil, things that will be shared with you. I do see travel showing up in the next 72 hours for some of you, for all of you, you know, but it's like, how far are you traveling? You know, are you walking to your mailbox, or are you traveling across the country? Of course. It's going to vary with a collective reading. But the 9 of Potions reverse, to me, I need to clarify it. Let's go ahead and get your charms. Okay, and one of the things that's coming up is like a secret that you're ready to hear, is that when things aren't working out, you know, the 9 of Potions right side up is wish fulfillment. Okay, when we have some sort of unmet desire, and maybe we're trying, you know, we're really putting in energy to make this happen, or we're denied something, we apply for it, we're rejected, you know, we get a no answer in relation to a desire being met, wish fulfillment. Environment. The secret is about environment and location and movement. It's saying sometimes it's not you as much as it's the energy around you. And it's like moving, traveling, going somewhere, connecting with new places can be the solution. Sometimes that's all you need to actually to fix this, or to to align with the wish fulfilled. Okay. There's a plane here, so yeah, there's something, again, another symbol of travel. For some of you, this could be somebody's coming in on a flight, you're flying somewhere, you're watching a movie with a plane in it, some sort of delivery, okay, something came over on a plane. Could be a person from the past here, flying in to see you, or flying into the area where you are, and you may bump into them in the next 72 hours or hear from them. You have a teapot here. A lot of you could be having tea in the next 72 hours, or offered some sort of tea. This could also represent any sort of kitchen appliance or a lamp. Yeah. Okay, so here's the secret. The universe does not limit your wishes. It's not like, oh, you have 3 wishes, a genie's lamp. And the universe says you have exactly 7,552 wishes in the next 5 years that will be granted, and that is all you are allowed. No, it doesn't work that way. So some of you might not have known that. You need to know that. It doesn't work that way. There's a new idea that's going to happen. Somebody is working, like, there's something that's painful, or this could be past energy. It's like working its way out as we speak. There's some sort of pain, and then we took right action, whether it's you or somebody else. They took right action, the next step, steady progression, and there's some sort of illumination. awareness, clarity, or there's a new idea when that occurs, whether that's already happened or that is about to happen here in the next 72 hours. And then again, there's some sort of real takeoff, we'll call it, with the Knight of Candles showing up. Five of Candles reverse, the Turtle here, the Ghost or the Spirit, composition notebook with the Seven of Presents. So I feel like for advice, like write things down, you know, do your journaling, do your list making, write things down, you know what works for you, or is it like time to create new strategy, new plans, find new formulas, and make use of this tool here in the next 72 hours and maybe beyond. Pick it up. Some of you will find a journal or be offered a notebook or journal. This is because the spirit guides, again, are encouraging you. They want to be a part and like co-collaborate with you. They want to be a part of what you're working on. And it's important. There are some things to be put like pen to paper. There are some things that need to be put to paper. Okay. This is a museum, so some of you might be going to a museum, a place where you're viewing art. Keep in mind, art can be performance art. It can be music. It can be dance. It can be acts, you know, like shows, movies. It can be fine art, paintings, sculptures, etc. But there's something here about art, and it doesn't feel like you're just doing this at home, you know, watching, you know, videos or something like this. It feels like you're actually going somewhere, going to a museum or some sort of event or like a show, you know, something where there's like a lot of art being displayed, or it's a theater, or it's an official thing. The turtle, it's like somebody's, you may not be aware of this. This could be one of those spoiler secret things you're ready to hear. Like, this could be somebody else's energy. It's like somebody is moving, they seem to be moving slowly in some way. They're being mindful. There's like staying power. There's longevity here. There's persistence. There's determination here with this turtle showing up as a spirit guide. And the Five of Candles reverse is this Six of Potions. So it feels like you already know this person, and this is things that they've learned from the past. It could be you, but it feels like it's another person. It's things they've learned. This is like, we're avoiding unnecessary fight, struggle, conflict by doing it right the first time. Okay? That's why not everything's moving at the speed of light all the time. But some of you also, it's like you're not aware yet that there's longevity, that they care as much as they do, or there's that sort of commitment to the project or whatever it is. But the turtle is about longevity. Like, as a spirit guide, it's longevity, it's determination, it's persistence paying off, and, you know, commitment, persistence, determination paying off. This could be connected to an institution. It could be like advice for you related to the next 72 hours because you're dealing with an institution, a school, a library, a courthouse, any sort of institution. I feel like somebody doesn't want something to change. Like, happy ghost energy, you know? Happy ghost, happy spirit. It's like maybe past life energy for some of you. It's like soul recognition energy for some of you. The death card reversed as some sort of resistance to change sometimes, but to me it can also say like eternal. With the Six of Cups in this, I feel like there's something like eternal spirit, or with the soul, or again, like maybe past life. If it's not eternal, it's like you know, I've known you from another life, or back when we were kids, like it feels like it was a lifetime ago. That doesn't mean that I necessarily want you to go away, or it's spoiled, or it's old, or it's rotten just because it's aged. Okay, so we've got this friendly ghost energy here. And this one, on the 9 of Potions reverse, I do feel like some of you in the next 72 hours, there's some sort of anonymous gift, okay, coming from someone's heart. Somebody is giving from the heart, and they're doing so anonymously, thus the missing head here. But I also feel like this is talking about like trusting the heart, listening to the heart, clearing the mind. When we have like just peaceful mind, no thoughts flowing, no thoughts floating around in there, we can hear the heart and move from where the heart leads us. So we could also call this being in the flow. That can help you with this specific wish fulfillment situation. For some of you are having closure or resolution about not getting something you desired. It could be a person who's like tapping into this energy. You know, it's not a time to be using the brain and thinking, and it's just a time to be and to love. I do also feel like the veil is thin at this time. There is some interdimensional communication going on here. There's maybe some heart-to-heart sort of telepathic communication going on here across seas, or, you know, the other side of the world. Long distance. But it also, again, could be through the dimensions with this 6 of Potions and the Spirit, aka Ghost, on the Death card reverse. There's this message about there being a safety net here, because that protects you from too harsh of situations or climates, or like the muck, the lower astral realm. The Death card's connected to the 8th house energy and Scorpio energy, and this is the house and the sign of still waters run deep. They're not always still, but they can be still. It can be like swampy energy. But basically, it's like, it's also infinity on its side, and so with infinity, it never ends. There's no, like, you could just keep falling and never end. This safety net I'm seeing, with it being reversed here, protects you from going too far, from going into places, spaces, territories, whatever, that you shouldn't, that you're better off staying out of. You know, you get warning signs, there are things, but there are certain barriers that you will not cross. It's not that you can't exactly, because anything's possible in the universe, but you won't. Your soul has no desire, no purpose, no reason to be there. And so there's this safety net that protects you and like keeps you in your zone. Okay. Anything else in closing? We'll get some leaves up here and close this one out. I feel like somebody might be showing you something that they've written in a notebook, or that's written down in a composition notebook as well, here in the next 72 hours. Oh, a lot of dirt. Dirt don't hurt, huh? Some of you might be doing some gardening. Just out in nature. I'm seeing a hug, okay? This is spiritual, passionate. We've got purples and we've got reds. And then we've got browns. So this could be people with personal placements in earth signs and fire signs that you're hugging. This could also talk about there being a spiritual feeling here with the hug, or there being passion, there being comfort, a feeling of security, safety. It's a beautiful hug. And there's also a tail here. So for some of you, this could be a pet that you're cuddling with or holding, or, you know, that's cuddling up to you, holding you. All right. And again, with all of this spiritual energy and what we've been talking about with the veil, understand, just because you're not doing it in the physical doesn't mean you're not doing it, doesn't exist. If you want that, like, you can envision it. You can be doing it maybe in the astral realm, you know, different dimensions. So, like, again, like, can you feel it? Can you have this connect with your inner knowing? Can you feel it? Can you connect with the energy of love without having to logically analyze, explain, know? Because it's a thing of great power to do that. There's this message here of encouragement for you guys to send out love in all directions through time and space here in the next 72 hours. Send out love and be open to receive love as well. There's really a lot of color and variety and beauty in things that might look mundane, until you really zoom in and look closer. They're also talking about, like, being comfortable, how you deserve to be comfortable, and how there can be so much beauty in just like the familiar, in the comfort zone, in what's familiar, what we can count on. So we're not saying, like, flush it down this toilet here with step out of your comfort zone. We're not saying flush your comfort zone. We're not saying flush your comfort zone down the toilet, bury it, you know, kill it. No. But just like you have your home and you step out the door, there are times for you to be in your comfort zone, be comforted, be comforting. And then there are times to step outdoors, step outside of that. All right, guys, some of you might see a turtle also, especially by some sort of large building or institution here in the next 72 hours, or somebody with, like, wearing turtle jewelry or clothes with a turtle on it, or some sort of flyer with a turtle on it. It might give you guys some sort of idea or illuminate something. Could have some sort of information, like the person wearing the shirt, etc. Could have some sort of information you've been waiting on. Or a reminder, something you've maybe forgotten about or need reinforced that you've heard in the past. Yeah, this reading has gone on long enough, I think. I'm going to leave you guys here. Many blessings to you, and bye-bye.